Catan Junior, how to play. The object of the game is to be the first player to build all 7 of your pirate lairs. Lay out the board. If you are playing with 2 players, use the side with the 2 turtles, otherwise flip it over. Shuffle the Coco tiles to a face-down stack. Place the resource tiles in piles around the board as a supply, and put one of each into the 5 marketplace booths. Place the Ghost Captain on Spooky Isle and the die next to the board. Each player chooses a color and takes the matching pieces and reference tile. Place one of your pirate lairs on each of the matching colored circles on the board with a ship adjacent to it on the colored dotted line. In a 3-player game, do not use the white pieces. Give each player 1 wood and 1 molasses resource tile. The youngest player goes first, then play proceeds clockwise. On your turn, roll the die. Now, every player who has a pirate lair adjacent to the island that was rolled collects 1 resource as indicated by the island from the supply for each lair they have adjacent to it. If you roll a 6, then no player gets any resource tiles. Instead, you must move the Ghost Captain onto any other island of your choice. Then, you get to take 2 resources produced by that island from the supply. As long as the Ghost Captain is on that island, no player, including you, may collect resources from it when its number is rolled. After rolling, you can buy or trade in either order as many times as you want, but you may not buy or trade on another player's turn. To buy, return your resource tiles to the supply as indicated on your reference tile for the item you are purchasing. Pirate lairs must be placed on an empty circle that is adjacent to one of your pirate ships. Pirate ships must be placed on an empty line that is adjacent to one of your pirate lairs. You may not build a ship on a circle or past an empty circle, nor a lair on a line or past an empty line. If you do not have the available space to place it, you may not buy it. When you buy a Coco tile, flip it face up immediately and perform the action it indicates. The actions are: move the Ghost Captain to a new island and collect its 2 resources. Build either a pirate ship or lair for free in any of your available locations. Collect the indicated resource tiles from the supply. After performing the action, collect the Coco tile face down in front of you. Whenever you have the most collected Coco tiles in front of you, then place one of your pirate lairs on the Spooky Isle. Whenever the collected Coco tiles are tied with more than 1 player, then remove the lair from the Spooky Isle. There can only ever be 1 lair on the Spooky Isle. To trade, you may exchange one of your resources with one in a marketplace booth. If ever the marketplace has all 5 resources of the same type, then return them all back to the supply and refill the booths with 1 of each resource. You are only allowed to trade with the marketplace once during your turn, but you may trade with the supplies directly on your turn an unlimited number of times. To do so, return 2 matching tiles to the supply to take 1 resource from the supply. For advanced players, you can choose to play with the rule that allows you to trade with other players. If you do not use the marketplace, but instead, you must trade 1 of your resource tiles with 1 from another player. All trades must be 1 for 1. You can only trade on your turn, but you can trade an unlimited number of times. The first player to place all 7 of their pirate lairs on the board wins.